A new Ghostbusters movie is coming in 2020. Surprise, everybody. It's set in the same world as the original movies and takes place in present day. Entertainment Weekly just broke this story. Jason Reitman will direct and co-write. His father directed the original movies. At this time, we don't know the cast or whether the original actors will return, but what we do know is that there's a lot of opinions. So we're going to decide if we're okay with this. And who am I going to call? Germain Lussier.
Hello.
Who better? Who better?
Who better? I don't know. Maybe somebody who likes Ghostbusters. No, I'm kidding. I love Ghostbusters.
You love Ghostbusters.
I do love
you
Ghostbusters.
Do. Are you in?
I'm so in, and I just still can't believe that this is a thing. I mean, it has now been, when we're filming this, like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And like it's just happening so quickly. We got the announcement. We got the teaser trailer already. The movie just came out for like 18 months.
I'm in for it. I like the idea of Jason Reitman doing it. I really like his movies. Obviously, like, you know, that's like a passing of the torch kind of feeling because his father. Yeah, his father. That's not always a recipe for success, obviously, but I like him, and I like the idea of him doing it.
He said in his interview with EW that he thinks of himself as the first Ghostbusters fan because he was on set when they were shooting it.
Yeah.
So before the movie came out and people saw it like the summer of '84, he was a fan. He knew about it, and then he appears at the beginning of the second one too.
That's right.
As a little annoying kid. That's really funny.
I was just watching this interview with him too, where he was like, he had like one of the guns from the set, and he was like, oh, I completely ruined it because I just like my dad would just let me play with it and use it for my Halloween costumes.
He
and
probably
stuff.
could have sold it and financed this movie at this point.
But he's also said like throughout the years, oh, I wouldn't want to do a Ghostbusters
doesn't make
movie.
these kind of movies.
Yeah, and then suddenly, I guess an idea came up that he couldn't resist or something.
Yeah. Well, I think it's. I mean, he's obviously an amazing filmmaker. I mean, he made it just this year or last year now, New Year. Forgot about that. He made Tully and The Frontrunner, but in the past he's made Thank You for Smoking, Juno. He's been nominated for Oscars. Like, he makes great movies. He just never makes any hits. And I think the back-to-back of Tully and The Frontrunner with Charlize Theron and Hugh Jackman not doing well. I think he probably was like, yeah, you know that Ghostbusters idea I was noodling with?
Yeah.
Maybe I can definitely get that movie made. And then if this movie's a big hit, then he can go back to making all his crazy small movies.
Yeah. It's like, I need a hit. I
think that's what it feels like to me. But it's also serendipitous and perfect because it is his dad. He's been around it. He understands it. If anybody can get the original guys to come back, well, just Bill Murray, because obviously Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd have been sitting by their phone all like last like few years waiting for the phone call to come back.
Because they immediately were tweeting about it, which makes me think that they're going to show up or be involved in some way.
I think they have to. You can't if they're still alive. It's The Force Awakens. If they're still alive, you bring them back like just for a little bit. You know, they don't have to be in the movie the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, but how? I mean, it's going to be like 30 years almost 40 years actually, and it's like, what have these guys been doing? And the trailer you just showed, it's like, who's in that barn? Like, why is the Ecto-1 like out of Manhattan in a barn? Like, has it been used? I have no idea.
It's funny. Well, I feel like every episode we do, we end up comparing something to Star Wars, but it does kind of feel like it's going to be like a Force Awakens thing where it is passing the torch, and then these guys are going to show up throughout the way for like advice and help at some point.
Yeah, or explain to them how it's done. I mean, there used to. The rumor is that, I think it was the Hollywood Reporter said, Reitman's looking to cast 2 teenage boys and 2 teenage girls for the leads, which you assume would be the new Ghostbusters that could do other movies. But, there's always this idea, I think it was like Max Landis, whose father, John Landis, made like American Werewolf in London, put on Twitter years ago that like, you do like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and sort of like those like super bad Judd Apatow people, and they are the new Ghostbusters that get the torch passed to them. I think it's a little past that time now where those guys are in their late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
So you do younger kids, but the idea of, Venkman and those guys coming back and explaining what Ghostbusting is about to a younger generation, I mean, really kind of legitimizes it.
Yeah, and I would love to see Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't do much.
I know,
ever.
But I just want him there.
Him and Annie Potts, you kind of have to have them. They're around, you know. You don't really, I mean, Willie Matherton, there's so many great people you could bring back, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, Rick Moranis is crucial. Sigourney, obviously,
Sigourney.
Still. Everybody's around except for Harold Ramis. It just so happens that he co-wrote the movies with Dan Aykroyd. So he's a huge loss as Egon. But, they pay tribute to him in the Paul Feig movie. So there's ways around that.
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe we'll get, like, his child or something in the movie, kind of a legacy kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, after like 40 years. And we do know that there is Sigourney Weaver's had a kid in the second movie.
That's right. Oscar! Talking about the cast, because we were talking about Jason Reitman's movies, and he's done Tully and Juno and Young Adult, all with female leads. And I think the assumption at first for people was like, oh, this is going to be 4 dudes, but it's like, no, it seems like it's going to be.
You couldn't make this movie with 4 dudes anymore. That era's done.
Yeah.
I mean, but maybe I think the last movie was maybe people weren't ready for a movie with 4 females, which is crazy, But that movie is, I think it's a funny movie, the Paul Feig movie, and it just didn't do well. People didn't connect with it, and whether that was the humor or. It can't be the actors. They're all awesome. Like, they're so awesome.
I like that movie for what it was. I thought Kate McKinnon was great. I think it's a bummer we won't get, like, her in a sequel at some point, or I wish there was some kind of connection.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Spider-Verse.
Well, I don't know. People don't. I mean, a lot of people haven't rewatched that movie, but that movie ends with an end credit scene where they mention the word Zool, which is the bad guy from the first Ghostbusters.
Oh.
So that was like their way of like, oh, we're going to sort of work to maybe this movie. So I think they might be in the same universe. I think Reitman is saying that now because it's the right thing to say.
Yeah.
But you can't have a video shelf, or what am I? I'm aging myself. Video shelf. You can have a Netflix queue that says Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Answer the Call, and then Ghostbusters 2020. Be like, what is Answer the Call? Why is that here on this like box set? I think they have to figure out a way to get it in. But as of right now, he says that it is not related, and this one is a direct sequel to Ghostbusters 2.
All right, so final thoughts. Are you okay with this?
Absolutely. I'm more than okay. I am ready to go. The fact that it's summer 2020 and not summer 2022 or something gets me incredibly excited. We're a year and a half out. I'm okay with it.
This show always hypes me for things more than I already was. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Let's talk about it. And now I'm like, yes, I am very okay with this. Give it to me now.
Proton packs, Ecto-1. Let's do it. Slimer.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
We need it all.
Let's do it. Okay. Well, guys, let me know what you think. Are you excited for new Ghostbusters? What are you most excited to see? What do you want to see out of the movie? I'm at Ash Crossan, and Germain, where can we see you?
You can find my work on io9.com and Twitter, Instagram, everything like that at Germain Lussier.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you.
And we're okay with it.